Hiya and welcome to Inner Child Play Therapy's first YouTube channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and have a wee quick watch. So I suppose I wanted to do this wee video just to pop on and introduce myself and give you a little bit about what to expect from this YouTube channel. So my name is Krystle and I'm the face behind Inner Child Play Therapy. And what Inner Child Play Therapy is a therapy service for children and young people. I specialise in play and creative arts, so I am a psychotherapist, but I tend to go down more the route of creative therapy rather than talking therapy. Just because I find there's a real niche for it, especially working with children and young people who've experienced trauma of any level in their lives. So as I said, my name's Krystle. I have been doing therapy now for about 5 years. And prior to that, my experience would have been quite a bit around domestic violence, drug and alcohol, and then also working with children with a diagnosis of ASD. So I suppose what led me down this path was when I was working with children who had experienced quite significant trauma. It was really hard to, I suppose, get them to explore kind of what had happened, and without obviously being directive and asking questions, and suppose getting them to talk about things. And I just found this wasn't the way forward, especially getting children to relive trauma over and over again by verbalising. I just felt it didn't help them. Then when I started working with children who had a diagnosis of ASD, some of the kids I work with were non-verbal, so trying to figure out how they were through non-verbal communication cues, I found initially quite challenging, and it was trying to see what other support was there out there for them. And that's when I realised there wasn't too much out there. I'm from Northern Ireland, so this is where this wee video is coming from. I am based just outside Derry, Londonderry. And at that time when I started working around here, I found that there wasn't as much support out there, and if there wasn't enough of it for the amount of children, that needed it. So that's where I developed Inner Child Play Therapy. So the name has came from, I suppose, inner child, because we all have one. As much as I work with children and young people, I'm very passionate about supporting parents as well, with understanding their kids more, remembering ourselves what it's like to be a child actually, and figure out what kind of things trigger us that when our children do that can, set us off. We find it hard to parent, and I want to support parents with that as well, and have a wee bit more insight into how to best manage our children and how to be there for them, but also have the respect that, child and parent both deserve. So what to expect from this video and from all the videos in this channel will be that this space is all going to be about how to support their children using different wee playful techniques. On this channel, I'm going to have ideas of how you can incorporate playful tips at home. It's just to reduce the amount of frustration and anger and all those horrible feelings that we get all the time, and we don't need them on top of our day-to-day life. And it's really good to always ask ourselves, whenever we became parents, what kind of parent did we expect to be? And I want this channel to allow parents to enter just fun back into the joys of being a parent, but also, as I said, have that mutual respect there, have that empathy for each other, that when we are having tough days, that we know how to support each other rather than just us shouting at kids and kids shouting back at us, and just having that horrible feeling sometimes where you just think there has to be more to it. So what I want from this channel is I want parents to gain insight into supporting ways of helping their kids through play. I want parents to realise they're not alone. I want parents to realise that if you need support, please look out for it, for you or for your kids. There is support out there, it's just knowing the right channels to go down. And I also want this channel to be insightful for people. I want you to gain something from it that you thought, I never thought of that. And it can be something really simple. It doesn't have to be big fancy techniques. Sometimes just having someone outside the box, not living your life, can sometimes just turn the wee light bulb on that you needed to help adjust things. So what I do on my day-to-day basis is I am a play therapist. So I do work on a one-to-one basis with a lot of children. Some in school, some at my own bespoke therapy room, which I'm in right now. And what I support children with can vary from anything as minor, I'm going to say minor, I don't really like using that term, but minor in comparison to other things. So things like experienced low self-esteem, low confidence, who've experienced bullying, anxiety, and then go right up to as far, obviously, as extreme trauma like abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional, domestic violence, drug and alcohol misuse, neglect, and then everything in between. So I have supported children with bereavement. I've supported children who have experienced diagnosis of ASD recently and are coming to terms with, and then on the other side of things, I've supported children who have experienced a loss, maybe due to their medical conditions, due to being loss of walking, loss of ability of sight, and things like that. So the spectrum does vary, but I just feel that it's something I'm so passionate about, and I really can't wait to start uploading videos on here to help all you guys. See ya!